Hi, my name is Amanda Kraus, and I work at the University of Arizona in Tucson. And I'm going to talk about disability awareness programming, specifically simulation. Um, in an effort to kind of raise awareness or create an educational space about disability, oftentimes folks will think to try to simulate a disability for a certain period of time for a program, for an event. And what I mean by simulation is kind of pretending to be disabled by borrowing a wheelchair, wearing a blindfold, tying your arm behind your back, trying to simulate various impairments. This type of activity has been used many times over the years with student groups. And I think ultimately people think it's interesting, it's interactive, or it can be fun. But that experience can also be very damaging in trying to really raise awareness about the authentic disability experience. It can be very disrespectful. Fun can turn into funny, right? And it can really make you feel badly about what it must be like to be disabled because you've never used a wheelchair before. It's very hard to push around. It's so sad to be blind, right? You leave with these feelings that are really negative and probably not what a programmer would want someone to leave an event having learned or having felt or experienced. With simulation, we don't try to simulate other group experiences. We don't try to pretend to be a member of a different race, different gender, different sexual orientation. So we should not try to pretend to be disabled when we're not. When you think about creating an effective learning experience, you might want to start by developing learning outcomes or learning objectives. So start at the end of your process. What do I want people who have participated in the event to have learned? And with disability, it's probably not how hard it is to be disabled. You don't want people to leave and say, whew, thank goodness I'm not disabled, right? What you do want them to know is about the richness of the disability experience. You might want them to have to pay more attention to good design, to inclusive, exclusive experiences, to the richness of the sports community, arts, activism, disability rights, disability history. So ways that you might be able to create an experience that highlight those aspects would be by going to a sporting event or watching a documentary about disability history, going to a disability arts exhibit, starting a book club, memoirs or narratives, different perspectives on disability. Really thinking about your campus and kind of mapping your campus for access and thinking about the impact that design might make on being disabled and the disability experience. I would also advise you to bring a diverse group of people together in the planning experience, students or staff with different perspectives on disability and diversity, to really come together and create something that works for your group and works for your campus.